Unfortunately, last week we talked about the issue of insecurity in Nigeria, and it's a pity that we're bringing this issue up in 2020, of which we're expecting better news in the security outlook, as of course the military talked about plans to withdraw from areas it had reclaimed from insurgents. We know that over time we've had issues of Boko Haram insurgencies in Nigeria, but well, they said that just days after we saw another attack in Adamawa State. Let's quickly take a look at this report and we'll be right back. The federal government says it is reviewing the security situation in the country that would determine a pullout of the military from areas believed to have been reclaimed from insurgents. The decision was made during the Security Council meeting held at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, told State House correspondents at a meeting that an initial assessment by the Security Council indicates an overall improvement of the country's security situation. He said the withdrawal of the military is expected to allow the Nigeria police take over in places where desired targets are believed to have been achieved. Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas also hinted that the military would take delivery of technologically backed hardware to enhance efficiency and improve intelligence in security operation.
In the first quarter of next year, the civil authority will be preparing to take back those responsibilities as the military draws back on its forces in those areas to enable it focus its attention on other emerging threats and areas of concern.
The naval boss also said the military is working hard to end operations of the Islamic West Africa province, ISWAP, which has been terrorizing the entire region.
We have in the recent past had attacks in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Niger, and other countries in West Africa. Of course, the genesis of the Islamic West Africa province is well known to all of us here. While it is painful to have to lose people from within, but I think the military is doing all in its power to ensure that we overcome the menace.
But unfortunately, scores were feared killed as troops of the Nigerian military repelled night attack launched by suspected Boko Haram insurgents in Michika local government area of Adamawa State on Thursday. The latest attack is coming barely a few days after a visit by the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, to troops in the front line of the Operation Lafia Dole deployed at Madagali in Adamawa. Residents of Michika who preferred anonymity told Galaxy News that the insurgents stopped Kopa and Wurugayadi in the outskirts of Shua at about 8 p.m., resulting in a stampede and residents scampering for safety. They entered Michika, causing residents to flee towards Uba town, while others took refuge in nearby mountains. One of the eyewitnesses, confined to our correspondent, said scores of insurgents were killed by soldiers being assisted by local vigilantes in a fierce battle, as several others reportedly fled with injuries. Confirming the incident, the Adamawa Police Public Relations Officer, Yaya Yunguruji, told journalists that the situation is under control.
And immediately the shooting was going on, people became scared and we are rolling helter-skelter. And the command received that report where the Commissioner of Police immediately deployed men from Operation Farauta and directed Area Commander Mubi to equally relocate to the area.
As for the loss of lives, the PPRO had this to say.
As of now, we have not received any report of somebody from our own end losing his life or so, but up till now, investigation is still ongoing because our officers are already there. They are going around the bushes to make some inquiries.
All right, you're still on to Latest Forum, exclusive to Galaxy Television, and straight 2020 in focus. We're looking at the security outlook. I said earlier on, you can be part of this program. Join us on Facebook, Latest Forum-Galaxy TV. So Yemi Saka, you heard of the militaries saying they want to rather leave areas where they have reclaimed from insurgents, and now we're seeing this attack. What would you say?
Well, I think we found ourselves in this precarious situation when we keep lying to ourselves and not telling ourselves the basic truth. Have we contained, have we defeated, have we degraded Boko Haram? I will tell you here, no. I know the one of the last election was a member of that representative that stood on the floor of the Red Chamber, is it the Green Chamber?
Red Chamber.
And said that you cannot move from Yobe to Borno anything beyond 4 p.m. because of Boko Haram. So we don't need to lie to ourselves. Then secondly, I'm actually saying this away from, it's classified, but I need to have an idea of, I probably want to know the person drafting the concept of operation, they call it CONOPS, of this military, of this operation Lafayette Doni. Because I knew during the early days of Goodluck Jonathan, when the military take over, a particular security, they move to the next phase, and the police comes to ensure public safety. That was until the chief of army staff went to the president and convinced him there was a need for the Army Special 7 Division, and army took over the whole operation. Okay. And it brought us into this mess because there now has to be overlapping functions, and there has to be communication breakdown between branches of the military. Now, who is now telling me, as the drafted the concept, telling me that they have to pull out from a militarized zone, which police cannot handle? Because as we speak, even if you send the whole rank and file of Nigerian police to that theater of war, what have you, if in 3 days they will be exterminated.
3K, 1 day.
And now it is no more public safety. It is now you protecting your sovereignty because your sovereignty has been defined geographically. And that's the function of the army. And I keep telling you, I've been saying this since 2009-10. There is a need for us to expand Nigerian army. Another thing lacking is this. When Jonathan came up with a CTU and the drafted men from mobile police and we're still attaching them to a central command in IGP's office, and it will not work.
So you're saying the Nigerian police should not take over in those places?
They cannot for now. They don't have what it takes. Or else want to send some people's fathers and probably uncles to early graves.
But if they equip the police probably with more personnel and instruments.
You cannot equip the police to fight this guerrilla. It's an urban warfare. It's an asymmetric warfare. It doesn't have a defined battleground. There's no ground X or LX, your landing zone, XZ, your landing or probably. There are no mark targets. Okay. And that is when you need a seriously compartmentalized and probably decentralized CTU. That every state has those CTU command. The CTU command that has a sleeper cell that gathers information for you as humans. You have that has an alpha team that probably retrieves and goes to hostile zones to probably exterminate, not just go engaging in a gun draw, probably going to for precise operation, either evacuation or arrest of some people, or eliminating targets. That's the word they use. Or cleaning up targets. So it is not even the police. It is more. But I think I have hope now. If the DSS can arrest the guy that posted the video of Buhari's wedding and that fake video, I know the DSS have to get now to show me where Shekau is. So that gives me hope. With that in place, that has been deployed, then I can believe maybe the police can be deployed. But for now, the person drafting the concept of operation should not lie to himself, should not lie to the National Defense Council, should not lie to Nigerians. Look at what happened in Mitele. Okay. So look at what happened in Mitele. You are sending your soldiers to retrieve their colleagues on a route. That's a disorderly retreat. There was no dust of which is what's called medical evac. There was no hair cover. There was no process support. There was and you are still going with such shallow, shambolic, inept, empty.
Thank you very much, Yemi Saka. Now, going forward, Kayode Salako, how do you see a better security outlook in Nigeria 2020?
Well, the only way we can have a better security outfit in Nigeria in 2020 is for the federal government to continue to rebuild, to keep rebuilding the security system of Nigeria to meet the international standard. just as I said, there are a lot of archaic things in the areas of operation of the Nigerian security system. And besides that, the nature of the security personnel themselves. We now begin to have our security officers, the soldiers, now leading armed robbery operations. Now,
which is very wrong.
Which is very, very wrong. The one that was aborted in Abuja a few days ago was led by a military person, a soldier. So we now have police officers, maybe
leading
X-men leading kidnapping, leading armed robbery operation, you know, conniving with X-men to kidnap people, and all of that. So the nature, you see, I always say this, that Nigeria does not have any problem. That Nigerians are the problem of Nigeria. Our nature, who we are as a people. You will hardly see a United States serviceman coming down to that level of leading an armed robbery operation. It is rare. You will hardly see police officers in Western world going into such kind of denigrating things. But here, when you see police officers stop you at roadblocks, you might not even be sure whether it is armed robbers that are stopping you or the real police officers. So, for us to have good security system in the year 2020, the federal government should look into the security architecture system we have on ground now. See what could be done to standardize it.
That's technologically wise.
Technologically,
yeah.
Anyhow, we can borrow technology from other countries. Now it is the era of technology transfer, knowledge transfer. So I don't know what our government officials travel abroad with extraco expenses to go and do. When they will travel out and not come back with things that will make the Nigerian system to be better.
Thank you.
We need that, and the nature. Who are these people you give guns to secure Nigerians?
Like integrity test.
What is their nature? Who are they? Are they people we can continue to entrust with our guns, our weapons, to continue to guide the Nigerian system? So these are some of the things the Nigerian government must continue to look at, and I'm sure they are still looking at it.
All right, quickly, Dr. Dyer, let's hear from you.
Yeah, you see, I just quickly mentioned two areas.
Quickly.
Which is number one, policy issue. Look at this withdrawal of soldiers from already reclaimed territories.
Yeah.
You know that you have not finally won that battle, and you are removing these people. What will you expect? Those people that are even there, they are still not capacious enough to deter activities of all these insurgents. I are now saying you are withdrawing them. Even if you want to withdraw them, must you even announce it so that those people will know that yes, you have withdrawn them? You don't have to. Still a policy issue. Are you now withdrawing them so that those people that the influx we are going to see through this free visa entry could go and occupy that place? Because this free visa thing is it going to be a lot of big issue for us? Because now you're going to see the Malians, you're going to see the Gambians, you're going to see all these Futajalon Island people, all these Senegalese, and these are people that are very vicious. These are people that are very combative. These are the people that, they have been involved in all these insurgencies that we have been experiencing in our country. These are people that have been entering. Not minding that the custom service, the custom officers, they are not also well equipped to scrutinize those that are coming in. That is on policy issue.
Now
Let us come
Their nature is the problem.
Let us come to
Yeah.
technology issue.
All right.
Talking technology, do we even need to deploy all these human resources to where we are deploying them to? When you can always use our satellite image, I mean our satellite that is in the orbit,
Yeah.
that will be giving you images of different movements within the whole territorial integrity called Nigeria. Why are we spending a lot of money on Niger Comsat? Why are we giving money to rectors in University of Ife, and a whole lot of them like that? Why are we not making good use of those people? Then if we know that we are not even big enough to manage that, why can't we collaborate with other institutions like Landsat? We have Landsat in America.
Okay.
We can collaborate with Landsat. Landsat will assist us in so many things. So government need to look at policy issues and technology.
Okay, policy, technology, we talked about integrity also, ways we can move forward, or rather actually move forward to have a better security outfit in the year 2020. Now, quick